Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to John Conclusions with me, Christina B. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. Hit that subscribe button and help me get to 1,000. I thank you. So yesterday, I was a little under the weather and didn't feel good enough to tape. So today you're going to get 2 videos. So the other night when I was supposed to be researching for the case for Tuesday, I started watching this Playboy show on TV. And it was like spilling the secrets, spilling the tea about health and, Playboy, the mansion, the clubs and whatnot. And I went down this rabbit hole doing research. And honey, Playboy was full of scandal, which is to be expected since at its best, Playboy is sexist and misogynistic. But it gets so much worse. Let's discuss. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of the show. I think that's really all there is right now because it's like a mini series or docu series or something like that. But anyway, it showcases like ex bunnies, ex playmates, ex bunny mothers. So all these episodes, there were 2 stories that stuck with me that these women came out and told. The first one was the Don Cornelius fiasco. Now, if you don't know, because I didn't. I'd always heard Don Cornelius' name, but I didn't know who he was or what he was famous for. But he was the host of Soul Train, which was a popular show in the 70s. I've never seen it before, but I do know a lot of dancing occurred on the show. The Soul Train is actually like a method of dance. I don't know if you would call it a dance move, but yeah. Apparently the show ran until 2006, which is crazy. Anywho, Don was a gold key member of the Playboy clubs. These clubs were very exclusive. You needed a key or an invite to get in, and these keys came with levels. Now, I'm not sure if gold was the highest, but we can assume that it's one of the higher levels. So the story, as told by former bunny mother PJ Maston, goes like this. Don saw 2 new bunny recruits, aka baby bunnies, who happened to be sisters. He saw them at the club and invited them to come into VIP with him. At the end of the night, he invited them back to his house for an after party. The sisters agreed and left in a Rolls Royce. The bunny mother said they didn't hear from the girls for 3 days and couldn't figure out where they were. On the 3rd day, one of the sisters was able to call the Playboy Mansion. She alleged that she and her sister had been held captive at Don Cornelius's. She said they were tied up in separate rooms and had been sodomized with wooden objects. But instead of calling the police, the bunny mother she spoke with called Playboy security. The head of security went down to Don Cornelius's house to get the sisters, and it said that he brought them back bloodied, battered, and drugged. Don Cornelius passed away 10 years ago, almost exactly 10 years ago, February 1st, 2012. And the show aired that spoke about Don Cornelius, like originally aired on February 2nd, 2012. His son denies the allegations, saying that there is no proof that the story is true. The bunny mother says that Playboy covered it all up. And I mean, it is kind of odd that the episode came out like almost exactly 10 years after his death, like on the anniversary almost. Did they plan that? And if so, why? The story is horrible either way. The second point of interest was Bobby Arnstein's death. Bobby was Hef's executive assistant. It's said that she knew all of his secrets and had been around since the beginning of Playboy. In 1974, she was arrested outside of the Playboy mansion when cocaine was found in her purse. The feds assumed that she had been trafficking drugs for Hef or Playboy and was providing drugs to the Playboy mansions. She, of course, denied this. Her boyfriend and another man were also arrested at the same time that she was. And these men were indeed drug dealers. All 3 were convicted. Bobby was sentenced to 15 years, while the 2 men received 10 years each. This was done in order to leverage a reduction of sentence for information on Hef and the inner workings of the Playboy mansions. They thought there were massive amounts of drugs in the Playboy mansions, both the ones in Chicago and LA. She refused to cooperate, and her case went to appeal. She was released while it was pending. During this time, she took a trip with Hef to the mansion, the Playboy mansion in LA. While there, she ended up getting a room at the Hotel Maryland. When she was found the next morning by maids, she had already been dead for 12 hours. She passed from a mixture of sleeping pills, barbiturates, and tranquilizers. It was classified as suicide. Some people thought that she could have been murdered, and others blamed Hef for her passing. It's said that one of her close friends in Playboy would often say that she did not take her own life. There was a suicide note found at the scene where Bobby praises Hef and takes full responsibility for all of the drug allegations, which kind of screams cover up, but it's said that the note was written in her own handwriting. Though she could have been coerced to write it, all very suspicious. The feds were already interested in Playboy, and that only intensified when a bunny passed away from an overdose just 3 weeks before Bobby was arrested. Bobby was bringing a lot of unwanted attention around a situation that they were already actively working to cover up. I'm naturally a conspiracy theorist, so I can see how a cover-up makes sense, but who knows? These are all allegations and stories from women who once worked closely with Hef. It's all very interesting and believable. If they're true, it's just sad it took so long for these stories to come out, because it's almost impossible for these women to get justice. Hef has already passed away, and so has Don Cornelius if his story is true. What do you guys think? Do you think that there was this much controversy and conspiracy in Playboy, and they were able to cover all of these things up? There were a very big corporation. This stuff that we're talking about did happen like in the 70s and 80s, but still, do you think that they would be able to cover that up for that long? But thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. Like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment down below. Talk shit if you got to. I love you. Be great. Be you. I'll see you soon.